Welcome student, myself Rahul Singh Moore, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department in MLB Textile and Engineering College. In today's video, we will study about force measurement instruments, and under this category, first we will see load cells. In previous topic, we have studied temperature measurement devices, and in today's topic, we see force measurement devices, that is load cell. First is introduction part. Load cell is a sensor or a transducer that convert a load or force acting on it into an electronic signal. This electronic signal can be a voltage change or current change or frequency change depending upon the type of load cell. There are many kinds of load cells are available. Resistive load cells work on the principle of piezoresistivity. When a load, force, stress is applied to the sensor, it changes its resistance, and this change in resistance lead to a change in output voltage when an input voltage is applied. Capacitive load cell work on the principle of change of capacitance, which is the ability of a system to hold a certain amount of charge when a voltage is applied to it. For common parallel plate capacitors, the capacitance is directly proportional to the amount of overlap of the plate, and dielectric between the plates and inversely proportional to the gap between the plates. Here we can see in this video, or we can see image, when piston is going downward, it applies force on the surface or interface, and the fluid inside the instrument gives there are reading. Four common types of, so this is pneumatic load cells available. First is pneumatic, hydraulic, strain gauge, and capacitance load cell. We will study each of them one by one. Hydraulic load cells. The word hydraulic should let us know that this sensor will work by using fluid, whether water or oil, which is available or which is cheap. These load cells are similar to pneumatic cells, but instead, as we know that by the name it is clear, pneumatic load cell means we are using air as a medium. In hydraulic, we use fluid, means liquid or oil or water, anything we can use in hydraulic, and in pneumatic we use air. So they use the pressurized liquid. Hydraulic cells are consist of an elastic diaphragm, a piston with a load platform on the top of the diaphragm. Here the diaphragm is in red color, and on the above of the diaphragm piston is placed, and on the piston force is applied. Oil or water that will be inside the piston. Here we can see below the piston there is fluid. It may be either oil or water, and a Bourdon tube pressure gauge at the end of this tube. And we studied also that about Bourdon tube pressure gauge in our previous video. You can refer that video also. So this is hydraulic load cell. As we discussed in hydraulic load cell, we use water or oil as a medium. So in pneumatic load cells, what we do, we replace water or oil, that is liquid, by air, and use the same principle as we used in hydraulic load cells. So in pneumatic load cells, we use air as a medium, and all the process remains same as hydraulic load cell. The only difference is the working medium. There in hydraulic load cell we used liquid, either water or oil, or in pneumatic cell we use air. In capacitive load cells, the last type of load cells we are going to discuss is capacitive load cell. Capacitive load cells work on the principle of capacitance, which is the ability of a system to store a charge. The load cell is made up of two flat plates parallel to each other. In figure we can see that the plates will have current applied to them, and once the charge is stable it gets stored between the plate. The amount of charge stored, the capacitance, depend on how large of the gap between the plates. When a load is placed on the plate, the gap shrink gives a change in capacitance which can be calculated into watt. One is remain that a strain gauge load cell is a transducer that change in electrical resistance when under stress or strain. In figure we can see we use a Wheatstone bridge also to calculate the resistance, and on the basis of the resistance we evaluate the load applied on the load cell. Thank you.